Now, when it comes to blind baking a pastry shell, your pastry needs to be super thin, otherwise it'll never cook through. And I like to roll mine out between 2 sheets of plastic, and then I don't need extra flour. And I've got here only 200 grams of pastry that I'm using to line this 23 centimetre tin. And when I've rolled it out big enough, I pop it into the fridge, and then I cut out a piece of greaseproof paper that's big enough to fit the circle. And I like to crinkle it up, and then it will fit into the corners of this tin comfortably without damaging the pastry. And then I take my pastry out of the fridge, peel off one layer of plastic and lay that pastry down into the tin, and then I can use my fingers through the plastic to be able to mould it right into the corners without splitting or damaging the pastry. I'll pop it back in the fridge for 15 minutes, and then that second piece of plastic will just peel off, it won't stick to the pastry. And then I prick all over the bottom with a fork. That'll just stop it puffing up in the oven, and then lay in that piece of crumpled up greaseproof paper, followed by baking beans, or you can use lentils or rice, but I use ceramic baking beans. Spread those in, and then this will bake at 200 degrees for 10 minutes, and then carefully lift out that paper containing the beans and feel the bottom of that pastry. It should feel dry, but pop it back into the oven just for 2 to 3 minutes, and it will dry off and not be soggy at all. Then you can trim the edges with a serrated knife whilst it's still warm, and then you're all ready for your filling.